family, welcome back to the vlog channel. So we're on our way to do a huge like mini documentary mission series. We're off-roading right now because on the way there we saw a giant alligator in the water, so we're gonna pull over and we're gonna look at the alligator. I saw the alligator. Jay didn't see the alligator. I said, whoa! Look at him.
Oh yeah, yes.
Do you guys see the alligator? Give this video a thumbs up if you see the alligator. That's so cool. Look at, that's a perfect basking spot too. Oh my gosh, that makes me want to go swimming so bad right now. It's so hot in Florida. Don't you just want to take a nice dip? So I don't know if you noticed or not, my hair's really not styled, but I cut it really short. So it's like a bob all the way around. I don't know, I was just really, no, I'm just kidding. It's not really, I just cut my bangs. Ding! You know the first day whenever you cut your bangs, it always looks weird? That's what it is right now. I just had the urge. My hair was like all grown out and I would just like snip, snip. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have saw a picture with scissors in my bangs. Okay, so we're on our way to the beach right now. And we're not going there in our swimsuits. We're going there to showcase, I guess, to you guys, like what's going on with the beaches. So there's a thing called red tide that happens. It happens pretty often in Florida. It's like a red algae bloom. But the bad thing about it is it kills tons of wildlife like fish, dolphins, manatees, sea turtles. So I'll link this website in my description. This is from National Geographic and it says, red tide is devastating Florida's sea life. Are humans to blame? So there's a controversy going around that red tide might be because of humans. So how the sea life gets sick is basically they ingest the red algae and it makes them really sick and then they usually die. But if they don't die, they become kind of like comatose and they like can barely flip their flippers and they're just like, they're really sick. Some larger mammals like dolphins and manatees and turtles sometimes can be saved, but most of the time everything just dies. So since the beginning of this year, 80 manatees have died already. And then last week, a 26-foot juvenile whale shark washed ashore that died from the toxin as well. And hundreds and hundreds of turtles have been killed and like literally hundreds and thousands of fish. So then this article talks about, to make matters worse, Florida isn't just suffering from red tide. The inland waterways are clogged with yet another bloom of vibrant green cyanobacteria, which is runoff from cattle farms and residential developments that lie north of the state's largest fresh body of water, Lake Okeechobee, and it carries a bunch of nutrients, turning the waters into a thick green smoothie. And then it says, development and sugar farms south of the lake prevent the natural trickling and filtering of overflow through the Everglades. Instead, to prevent flooding of nearby towns, heavy rains force engineers to release polluted water into the estuaries that lead out to sea. They release all of this poo-poo, nasty smoothie into our oceans, which is nutrient rich. And from my understanding is the cyanobacteria goes into the fresh water, it dies, but the nutrients is carried out into the salt water where the nutrients feeds the algae, the red algae, and then the red algae blooms like crazy, causing all of the fish and mammals and sea life to die when they accidentally ingest the algae. So I'll leave the National Geographic link. This is just starting to get like global coverage. I guess Florida's in like a state of emergency over it. One thing I forgot to mention is when you're out on the beach, you'll cough. You'll start coughing, you can smell it, you can feel your eyes will burn. And actually when my parents were just here last week, we went to this beach called Venice Beach to go shark tooth hunting. That's where I find all my shark teeth. And literally dead fish covered the entire beach. I accidentally stepped on a fish bone. I had to pull a fish bone out of my foot and literally it was disgusting. Like you don't want to touch the water. There's dead fish just floating in the water. I don't know, it's really sad to see and it also makes you like feel sick. And as soon as you're away from the stink, you're like instantly better. So the reason why I'm talking about this and sharing this information and knowledge with you guys is because there's a petition going around and it would be awesome if you guys helped sign it. That way we can try to prevent this from happening in the future. Basically the petition is clean up Lake Okeechobee cyanobacteria to prevent further blooms while moving on Florida's First Amendment. And you guys can read all about it, but it'd be awesome if you guys signed it. That way we could save manatees and dolphins and fish in the future, because it's just so sad to see all this dead stuff washed up. All these animals are just trying to eat their dinner and they end up dying from it. Totally innocent. It's just so sad. All right, so let's go out to the beach now and let's see the damage. One, this water is usually a beautiful blue. Check out that color. That is disgusting. It looks brown. We are on the beach now. Immediately you can smell it and you can feel it in your throat. It's kind of like when you smell pepper, right? Jay's already coughing.
Yeah.
And apparently if you have asthma, it's like a really bad time to go on the beach because you can blow up and die. If you look, you can see all of the red tide in the water. That's what's killing all the fish. They're eating this. That used to be an eel. That is a dead eel body right there. Look at all these eels. A week ago, not even, my mom, my sister, we were all on this beach and we were looking for shark teeth, and literally I was kind of embarrassed and like extremely sad because the beach looks so disgusting. This beach that we were just on was covered, I mean like covered in dead fish, like dead fish on top of dead fish. Apparently Florida's going around cleaning up all the dead fish, and that's all I know so far. But it was just crazy because last week there was so much dead fish. It was insane. Alright, Sky Squad, so we're going to be calling the Tortoise Rescue, and we're going to see what they want us to do with the tortoise, if we should bring him back to his house or if they think that he's injured. I think I might give them the link to my video, that way they can like see what the tortoise looks like and stuff, and then make a decision based on that. If they even care that much, I don't know. I have no idea how this is gonna happen.
Well, they seem to be online pretty protected. How you doing? I just got a quick question, and we found what looks like to be a Gulfer tortoise. It looks like it was injured, might have been hit by a truck, a car. It's a very main street out here.
Sure, yeah. So give me a second. I'm going to look up who the closest rehabber might be. Moving Gopher tortoises and basically doing anything that, you know, is other than looking at them is illegal. If you have an injured Gopher tortoise, we definitely want them to have every chance they can. So you are allowed to transport them to a certified rehab center.
Yes. Can't even touch them.
We're going to jail. The cops are coming. Honestly, it's something new to me. I had no idea that, like, I wouldn't have brought the tortoise to my house if he wasn't injured. Like if he like looked regular and he didn't have like when I first saw his cracked shell, honestly I feel like his cracked shell is an old injury, but when I first saw him, I thought for sure he just got hit by a car. So that's why we took him back to our house, just to make sure he was okay. I'm not gonna leave him in the road or on the side of the road.
That'd be mean.
Yeah, I thought that's not the right thing. So that's why we took him to our house. Okay, so now we are going to call the Tortoise Rescue, and we're gonna see if they want to come pick up the tortoise, if they want us to drop him off. The lady gave us the wrong number. Yeah. The number is out of service.
Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Maybe they just changed. Let me go to their website. Their site's gone. The rescue site's gone. We're having trouble finding that site. Oh my gosh, wait. It's gone. What do we do? Permanently closed. We're gonna have to call Florida Wildlife, Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. We're gonna have to call them back again and say that the rescue they gave us is actually closed.
No answer.
Do we have trash in the back of our truck?
Yes.
What are we doing about that? Is trash overflowing?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tarp it down though.
So we're gonna drive around with trash in our truck? Okay.
That's what we do out here. We drive around with trash in our truck.
Leave a message and we'll put that into you as soon as we can. day.
Hi, how you doing? I recently found a gopher tortoise. Give me a call back at 5.
Alright guys, it is like 30 minutes later. We're trying to call the rescue again.
Please do not hang up.
No one's answering. I guess we're just gonna have to wait until they call us back or we call them off the hook. But yeah, I'd like to get them there today, so that's kind of annoying. Answer your phone. But I understand that they're busy, so we'll just have to keep trying. Alright, Sky Squad, it's the next morning. So you can see it's morning. I have no makeup on. We called the rescue. They finally answered and picked up. And we talked to this gentleman, and he was like, can you describe, you know, what the crack in the shell looks like? And is there any blood? And then we gave him the URL to my video, so he saw the tortoise. And he basically said if we were to take him to the vet, because there is a vet that takes gopher tortoises in the area, if we were to take him to the vet, all they basically would do for the tortoise is to fix its shell. And he says that it looks like an old injury, so as long as there's no blood or anything like that, then the tortoise should be fine, and it should be fine for release. I have her out here on the table right now. Also, a lot of you guys have said that Henry, is not a boy. She's actually a she. Henrietta, that's her name. As you can see, the crack on the shell really doesn't look too new. A strawberry. She looks excited when she saw that strawberry. You want to get back to your home, little lady? That's why you've probably been sleeping, because you're scared and you don't know where you are. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have a respiratory infection. Her eyes would be like extremely crusty, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm following the advice from the guy. This is not my decision. Technically, I'm not even supposed to have this in my possession. Alright guys, we are at the place where we originally found the tortoise in the middle of the street. Whole reason why I took the tortoise home was because I thought it might have been hit by a car and injured, and it turns out that she's good to go. So we're bringing her back, and she's gonna be happy to be back in her house, because apparently tortoises and turtles, if you take them away from like their burrow or where they live, they'll spend the rest of their lives looking for their burrows. And that's why a lot of them get hit by cars and stuff. We're gonna leave her some strawberries and send her off on her mighty way, the same direction she was going. So we found her in the street, like literally right in the middle of the line. She was coming from that way, and she was headed over this way. She's getting excited.
Is
she remembers. Oh my gosh, she's really trying to go.
Is she?
Yeah.
Go, Torty, go!
Go back to your burrow.
Can we give her a backpack to put the strawberries in?
I'll give you a little knapsack. You can take your strawberries. I'm just gonna throw the strawberries over here, and she can find them. So it looks like she's from a place that is full of fruit trees. So that's probably what she eats. Yeah, see, she knows where she's going. She's going back to her house.
Yay! She's going back to the road. No!
Don't go back to the road. Jay is going to bring her a little bit farther in, that way she's farther away from the road. And basically, it's a bad idea to go on farmers' lands in Florida because they're allowed to shoot you. Goodbye, Henrietta! Have a good life! It looks like she comes from a beautiful, beautiful orchard, so I'm happy. Jay's gonna toss the strawberries over there for her. Now we gotta go to the dump and dump all of this cardboard from us moving. Alright, Sky Squad, so I'm so happy that the tortoise had a happy ending. We are recycling a bunch of cardboard. Goodbye, cardboard. Farewell.